Hi there everybody, my name is Hector Perez and I'm here with tips and tricks about technology that can help you advance your creative projects. In this video we will go over a couple examples of what happens when you import different resolution videos and would like to have them in the same sequence. This could bring problems like black bars showing above or on the sides of the video if it doesn't match the sequence settings. So let's look at that and how we can solve it. So here we are, usual Premiere, empty project. We have some files here. These I pulled from a website called Pexels, which have stock footage, which you are actually free to use in your projects. So thanks again for joining me. Here we have a regular Adobe project. We have some files here on our clips folders, and we're just gonna drag them right into our project and wait for them to be loaded. And after they've imported, we can see their properties and we can see if any of them have different resolutions. Here we see, we have a couple that are really big. This is a 4K video with 3840, and then this 1080p video here. So we'll see how we can handle this. So let's say we want to create a sequence that is actually the largest resolution, but then we still want to use our 1080p clips. So what we can do is, as usual, we can click the larger clip, which is the 4K one, and then create a sequence from that. So I can create a new sequence from that. Then it'll just input that as the first clip and it'll set the sequence to be that resolution. And then we'll see what happens when you drag in your video that is a different resolution. It's gonna have some black bars on the sides and at the top because it's not gonna fit the settings of the sequence. So what we have to do is make it match. In this case, because the resolution is lower, the image will be stretched and it might not be as high quality. So it's always recommendable to start from a smaller sequence size and then importing larger videos into it, videos with larger resolutions. So that'll avoid that pixelation, that'll avoid that loss of quality. So do that. So we have a sequence here now, and now you can see that we have this other video which is 1920 by 1080. And what happens when I drag it into our sequence, which already has the settings of the first video, you'll see that how this there's a lot of black space here. If I want to render this now, it'll have all that black space there. So I think at this time you would want to select it, and then you have a couple options of how to go about this. But they're both here, is scale to frame size or set to frame size. You can choose whichever works best for you at that time. At this time I used the first one and it fitted perfectly, but let's undo that. And I can also try doing set to frame size. And in most of cases they will work the same. There's some cases in which you might want to use one instead of the other, but I would recommend, if you want to use different resolution videos, that's the way to go about that. Something else you can do if you want to have it more custom and you know where you want to zoom into and not particularly Adobe to do it for you or automatically, you can change the scale here and you can double click the clip and that'll actually allow you to resize it. And so then you can drag out these endpoints here and you can make the clip as big as you want. Just keep in mind that your quality of the image might be affected because this is a very high quality kind of sequence. It's a 4K sequence, but we're using a 1080p clip, so that might affect the overall quality of your video. So just keep that in mind, but this is how you do it. Now you have different resolution video in the same sequence. We can also go the other way, which is if you have a sequence which has a very small resolution, but you want to use a high resolution video, how do you do that? So if we went that way, we would start by making a sequence with a smaller resolution video like this one. So we can just create a sequence from it. You can see now it's going to be a different empty sequence with that clip in it. So we can see, and yes, now we can drag in one of the larger videos. So this is, I think it's the same one we had before. So if I drag it in to our sequence, what's gonna happen is it's gonna not fit. Like, you're gonna see it, but if I double click it, you're gonna see that it's actually outside of the bounds of our sequence. Yeah, so you see there's this exterior box, and that's actually the size of the clip. And when you resize it manually, you can actually fit it, or you can right click the clip and do fit as we did before. You can just right click it. You can see you have the same options. Basically, yes, that's basically how you deal with different resolutions. In this case, this is what would be recommendable, because you're starting off from a low resolution sequence, which is 1080p, and you're adding a higher resolution video into it. So that's good, because the video that you're trying to put into the lower resolution sequence has way more pixels than you need. So it's not gonna affect the quality at all. Thank you for learning about Adobe Premiere Pro with me, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to include them in following videos. If you liked this video or you found it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit the notifications if you would like to get alerted when I make a new video. All the best to you and to your creative projects. See you soon.